Hey guys, welcome to tonight's team call. I'm so glad you're here. I'm glad we can get together as a team. Um, these are definitely some trying times. These last few weeks have been crazy. A lot of us are going through different high emotion times, maybe some more than others. But we definitely can't deny that things are feeling crazy, going crazy in our world right now. I personally don't watch the news, and that's just my personal choice. I don't like to stress myself out with current events, and that's just what I do. I usually find out things from my friends, or if somebody says something, but um I'm not really into just watching stuff. So I obviously we can't deny what's happening on the internet right now with this whole Black Lives movement happening. And I just wanted to congratulate our team for just voicing or showing your support in any way. It is a difficult time. Some coaches have found it like they don't know what to say, or they don't want to say the wrong thing, so then they're not saying anything. And I'll tell you this, one thing that I have not appreciated is this pedestal that people put like influencers on. I saw so many people commenting um, I forget who it was, whether it was a celebrity or a Beachbody person, but like comment after comment saying, like, finally, I was waiting for you to, to speak up or to say something. And I understand, but don't put us on this like huge pedestal. I still feel it's everyone's individual choice to decide what they want to talk about. And I don't think that, I think it's important to speak up, but I also think that people do it in their own time, right? So, anyways, I just wanted to put that out there, and I just want our team to just continue being who we are, which is compassionate, empathetic, loving people. And that's the message that we want to put out there. So definitely still talk about your businesses, still talk about your challenges. We're going to talk about it. We're going to plan out our month right now. Still be that positive light. If you feel like, being an activist in this moment, then do that. If you feel like being quiet, that's your choice as well. And I'm going to just respect what everyone on this team wants to do. But I just want us to move forward with that love in our hearts. And I don't even have to, I already know that that's what our team is built on. So I'm happy to know that we are kind, empathetic, loving people. And that's what our team is all about. But I don't know, does anyone want to say anything about that? Does anyone want to just express their feelings or what they were feeling during this time? Because I'm open to hearing that as well.
Hi.
Hey there, Sana girl.
I just want to say that I'm having a very hard time.
You're sounding soft. You're sounding very soft. Maybe you have your headphones on?
Now, do you hear me?
Yeah.
Hi.
Good or no?
Yeah, we hear you.
Loud?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm having a hard time talking about anything Beachbody related. Like right now, I feel like, how am I going to get on my stories and sell a challenge pack? Like, there's so much more important things going on. I just can't bring myself to talk about something that seems, not that it seems frivolous, but I feel like, I don't know, it's
Like
not
you're
on top of my
ignoring,
mind.
like you're ignoring what's happening to just like talk about your thing.
Yeah, like I just feel like it's trivial. Like, how can I sit here and be like, oh, you're ready to lose the next 5 pounds? Like, seriously? Like, innocent people are dying.
Well, remember that this is your job, right? And you still show up to work out. You can still,
Yeah.
I think it's just and I want you girls to chime in too, to talk to Crystal, like what your perspective is. But I think that no one would tell you right now, hey, the world is crazy, don't go to work. Of course not. So I think it's just the way that that you're looking at it. So you're self-inflicting, you're putting that on yourself to feel like, oh my gosh, this is silly. So you've told yourself that, so then therefore you're feeling bad about it. But it's your job. You have, last month you did awesome, and you are always one of our top coaches, and you're out there inspiring people. Don't stop that, Crystal. Don't stop that. Now, if you feel it in your heart that you really want to be a big advocate for this, you know, make that choice, and that's fine. And you know, you've shared a lot of information that's helpful on your page, and I just feel, guys, this is why there's no one cookie cutter coach. You have to do, I speak loudly about God and my Christian faith. There might be other coaches that feel, oh, I feel uncomfortable. What if people are atheists? What if people, I don't think like that. I'm just like, I'm going to share what I want to share. Okay? So just don't think too much. You're probably thinking too much of what people might think. So, you know, keep sharing what you're sharing, but then, you know, I don't know. What else? Does anyone else want to say something to Crystal about that?
Hi, Crystal. It's Alex. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. To your point, you know, I just wanted to echo what Lily said, but I think that if it's in your heart that selling a challenge pack is not the right time right now, it's okay. I'm on the phone. It's okay. People are still seeing you work out, so you don't have to verbally say, hey, do you want to buy a challenge pack? I think that they know who you are, they know what you do, they'll reach out if they're interested for the moment without you having to vocally say, hey, do you want to buy a challenge pack? So if you want to be silent in that respect at the moment, I think personally that's okay. Because at the end of the day, people know who to go to. They see you showing up, they see you drinking your Shakeology, and that's, you know, right now you're not completely silent in that business respect.
That's true.
I agree. Yeah, like keep sharing, you know, your workouts and your shakes and all that. And if you don't feel comfortable now, you know, sharing about like the business opportunity, then just take a step back from that, you know, but keep sharing all the other stuff so that it's not lost in the mix of it all either.
And it's already part of your everyday life. So it's not like you're making this up or you're trying to fill in because you're not vocally asking people to buy something. It's part of your everyday life. So continue living your everyday life and continue sharing. But if you feel that right now, in respect to what's going on, that you don't have to ask people, hey, do you want to buy something? That's okay. Because there's a time and a place for everything. But keep doing what you're doing, and they know who to go to. So don't worry in that area.
Yeah, don't, because it's I know we could do that with anything, guys. Sometimes, look, because it's gonna happen. What about, we had someone on our team lose a sister? What if she would have felt like, you know, she took us on the journey of her loss and everything, and her business was still like, you know, she didn't necessarily say join me, but she found a way to say, hey, if you need help, support, let's help each other with our fitness. This is helping me. And she worked out the whole time, you know what I'm saying? So I think that if you tell yourself a story that like, I can't do this, because there are going to be hard times, guys, where you're going to be sick, or your kids are going to be sick, or you might suffer a tragedy, and you can't just disconnect from your business. You can't, right? So it's what you're telling yourself, and then just kind of be sincere and just follow your heart, but understand that this is your job, and it's okay. It's okay to have your job on social media. Okay, anybody else just want to say anything, what you've been feeling, what you've been seeing? I want to make sure that everyone is heard in regards to like what's happening and how you're feeling. Anyone else?
I just want to say, Crystal, I appreciate the links that you're sharing, because I didn't realize how uneducated about everything going on I actually was, and for you to share those links for me to go to and to reference those type of people, you know, that are saying those positive things and giving me the knowledge. I appreciate that. So I just want you to know, I know you don't feel comfortable like trying to sell people challenge packs, but what you are doing is helpful to others. So you are being, you know, you might not feel positive, but you are inspiring positivity and like good knowledge into other people. So thank you for that.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like, we're doing this to inspire other people. So even if you know, right now you're not sharing about Shakeology or Beachbody, and you're, you know, sharing about what's going on, you're still inspiring other people. So, you know.
Yeah, that just warms my heart, guys, because you know, sometimes like look, maybe Crystal or we've all, Megan told me she lost some followers. I've lost followers. I don't even know. I'm not looking, but I definitely lost followers. And I was just like, oh my gosh, there's people against this. Like I didn't even think that that was a thing, that maybe there could be people that are like, you know, against sharing compassion and empathy. Um, and I was kind of taken back by that. But you never know who you're impacting. You never know what your word is going to say. So that's why, guys, the minute this business becomes tricky is when you think you have to be something that you're not. And I say that on both sides. If you feel uncomfortable talking about this publicly, I respect that. And I am not going to judge you. But if you feel it in your heart and that's your truth, then you do that. And that's what I want us to understand. And maybe you too, Crystal, that you've been a little, you know, you voiced in our chat, like, guys, we need to speak up. I understand, and you're passionate about this, and I'm very thankful that you are, you know, encouraging us. But at the same time, I want everyone on this team to understand that we're all different, and that not everyone is going to be called to do the same stuff. And I respect that. I respect that. So I just want everyone on the team to know that. But you never know who you're impacting, guys. And so that's why you have to show up with your truth and your heart and your soul, because the right person will hear you, and it will impact them. So anyone else?
Lily, so Crystal, I agree with Lily and the rest of the girls. I'm also like Lily. I don't keep up with the news for the same reason, because I feel like I have a lot in my hands already to kind of stress about. And I think that that is the last thing that I want to do. Yes, we are on social media, and I do listen to the news and stuff once in a while, but I agree with the rest of the girls that if you do feel like you need a little break from the challenges and like promoting everything and just kind of taking a little stand on everything that's going on, I also agree with that. Not everybody has the same mindset, but everybody can look at things in a holistic perspective and has a different view of everything. Um, I I grew up in Ohio when I was a little girl, and I definitely do understand, and I've experienced racism in my life and everything. So I definitely do um, know the feeling of all that. And even here, I live in Washington State. I- you, I do see it here with all sorts of nationalities that live here. Um, but I think that if you focus on the good things, the positive things and positive just views of other things that you can focus on, like working out and everything. Like I feel like if you keep up with that, that's just gonna help you kind of step away from the negativity and like focus more on the positive than the negative. And even if you need to take a break from watching the news and all of that, I think that would help too, just to get a clear mindset. That's my view.
Thank you.
Yeah, you can't let the negativity consume you either.
Yeah, it's too much.
Yeah. Anyone else just want to share what's on their heart? Or
So I'll share. So everybody, obviously, well, some of you don't know, but I am pregnant, and I definitely don't watch the news. I try and stay away. And Crystal, you know, I do chime into our chats every once in a while, even though I'm not active. And Crystal, you know, I've been following you for a while. We've chatted for a while. And everybody, you know, everybody has their own opinions of what's going on, or their own reflections of what's going on. And I think that's okay. Everybody deals and copes with things differently, and that's okay. But like for me here at home, obviously, it's a big impact here at home. I fear, my husband going to work every single day now with the little that I know. And again, Crystal, um, what I don't know, your little, your pieces of information that you have shared have helped me. Because it is also hard to go to my husband and say, hey, can you tell me, how does it feel? Because I've never experienced it. So yes, the information you are giving is helping. So again, don't feel that Beachbody has to be number one right now. Keep doing what you're doing, voice your opinion, because it does help. It helps me so that I don't have to have that uncomfortable conversation with my husband right now during these times and be like, hey, can you educate me? Because I need a little education, especially I got two boys here at home, a 17-year-old and a 4-year-old. And, they're kind of looked at sideways when we go out sometimes. So educate me. So keep doing what you're doing. Share what you want to share. It's your Instagram. It's your social media. If people don't want to follow you, they're going to unfollow you anyway. But it's your life, not theirs.
Mhm.
Like Megan said, bye, Karen. I know me and Megan were just talking about our unfollows and we're like, bye. Alex, I love that you spoke up about that and even just encourage Crystal. I would say though that I would have the conversation. I know it's a little awkward to talk to your husband and ask him, what's it like being a Black man in America conversation.
I mean, we do, we have brief conversations,
Yeah,
but it goes so deep,
I know.
like his conversation. My husband's not a political person, but he loves like facts and he loves the history.
Yeah,
But just to have to hear him talk to our 17-year-old and even talk to our 4-year-old
yeah,
sometimes, it's interesting to take a step back and, you know, listen. As being a Hispanic here in Florida, I don't get that much, what he gets. But then when, they see us with our kids, it's just like, oh, and then they'll classify him as, oh, you have a good job, so then you're okay. They ask him, well, where do you work? Oh, you've been there for, more than 20 years and you must be a good Black man. So it's like those things that we experience, and it's hard. But to have those conversations right now in the midst of everything, it's a little, you have to, pick and choose your battles.
I get that. I get that for sure. Yeah, just you keep being a supportive wife or, letting him
Yeah,
know wifey.
absolutely. And hey, if you want to go out there and then by all means, go ahead.
Yeah.
So I am supporting in every which way, I can, but I do have that fear, you know. Like the other day, he works morning shift, so he leaves sort of at 3 in the morning. And when we got that curfew notice, I called him right away and I was like, hey, are you gonna be okay going to work? Are they gonna stop you? Like, don't speed, don't give anybody a reason to, pull you over. Like that's my fear. At 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, like, man, is my husband even gonna make it to work?
Wow.
From the suburbs into Miami airport, with this curfew, are they going to stop him because he has got tinted windows and, so.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
But again, I don't watch the news. I refuse to. So I'm on a need to know basis. So he'll inform me and my family will inform me. But I do encourage everybody, voice your opinion. Again, it's your life, not their life. Because if it's not this, it's going to be something else. It's going to be, the presidential election, or it's going to be something else. And they're going to unfollow you anyway.
yeah.
It's always something.
It's always,
Yeah, it's always
you
something.
know?
I do feel though, I do want to say about the voting, just because there is so much division, unless you're, I know Crystal's very vocal about that, but I feel with that being that we're influencers and stuff, like, I don't know, I just feel like it's important to tell people vote for your opinion, like vote and get them really, like, we need change. You can hint around it, but I definitely think we shouldn't turn our pages into like what Facebook is with all the politics. I mean, that's my personal opinion, because, you know, you want your place, you want your page to be a place of perhaps like a common ground in fitness and this, and not turn it into like political agenda. That's my personal opinion. But yeah, it's going to happen. So I think it's important to tell people to vote, to voice their opinion, and blah blah blah, because we're coming into that, you know. But yeah, so all right, let's move on, if everyone's cool with that. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
I'm glad we could talk, because the planning part really is not going to take long, and you girls are going to see how easy it is and how much in control, and like you're just going to feel really good every month going into it with a plan. All right. So I personally do digital. So I have my digital calendar open, which is just my iPhone. So every month, guys, there are two main things, perhaps three, that should be on your calendar every single month. And what's cool about what we're going to do right now is that you do it once and that's it. Like, you could literally copy and paste this formula for the rest of the year. Okay, so basically every month you're going to look at it and you're going to decide, do I want to run a free group right now? You know, you can decide how you want to split up your month. Do you want to start off talking about your challenge, talking about the business up, you know, whatever it is. But let's talk about the three things. So the first thing is, every month on your calendar, you need to schedule when your challenge group is going to be. So when your challenge group starts, you want to give it a date of starting. And we've talked about this before, but you want to be able to give people a reason to make a move fast. Hey, doors close on Friday. Have you made up your mind? You know, if you just kind of have like this open, like, hey, join me all the time, there's no real backup to give people urgency to join you. So I love to put a date. We start on June 8th. Are you coming? You know, will you be there? Kind of thing. So you want to be able to give it a date that it starts. You want to allow yourself at least a minimum of 1 week to promote it. So you never want to say, you know, it's the 4th, hey, join me, my challenge starts on the 6th. All right. So you look at the calendar. Let's say right now you haven't announced anything, which I don't think, maybe none of us have at this point. I don't know. I know I haven't yet. So it's only the 4th. So I'm going to look at my calendar, and the way that I personally, so I'll share how I personally space out my month. So I like to start off with, if I'm doing a free group, I'm going to start my month off like that. For my free group, I'm going to then go to announcing my regular challenge. So that the second thing, so I said you have to announce a challenge. You also can decide if you want to do any free kind of support group. So a free group and your regular challenge. And those are the things you have to look at. So I personally am going to talk about or announce my free group. And free groups, guys, they don't need a whole lot of, like, literally you can just decide right now, which this is what I'm going to do because I haven't announced it, but I think I want to do a free group this month. So I'm going to take today, Friday, and Saturday to just talk about it. We start Monday. It's going to be a free, I'm going to do another booty challenge. That my last one, a lot of people signed up for it. So I'm considering that a success. Now, how do you determine what kind of free group you want to do, or what a free group? Let's just talk about what a free group is. So it's anything, you know, before there was kind of like this cookie cutter, like do a meal, what was it? The 5-day clean eating challenge or a water challenge. And we just kind of had like, this is what Beachbody coaches do for free groups. Honestly, guys, your free group can be about anything you want. The purpose of a free group is to build connection, trust, friendship with new people, to show them that you're a leader, to show them that you want to offer support, to show up and say, you know, because anyone, guys, right now, you might not have anything going on with your business, but if you come and say, hey, I want to put together a team of, you know, 5 women that we can read the same book and talk about it every Friday, and all of a sudden you put that together and people say, hey, I want to do that, you're a leader. Like, people are going to say, hey, when do we start? They're asking you because you organized it. Okay, so this is a great way to show off your leadership and like, hey, I'm kind of like someone of authority, someone, you know, an influencer, somebody who's trying to like make a move, you know, bring people together. And so your free group, guys, it could be about, you know, a clean eating, like doing like no fast food for 5 days. Think about the best groups are always going to be things that you're personally into. So if right now you've been on top of your A game, reading your Bible, put together a little Bible support. And you never want to remember that the purpose is just to gather and let people see you. So this free group isn't going to be like a month long. This free group is like, hey, for 5 days, want to eat no sugar? Want to challenge yourself and get together with me and do that? Hey, for 3 days, do you guys want to, you know, whatever, eat fruit with every meal? You decide what it is and you present the plan to people. Your free groups, guys, should not be any longer than 5 to 7 days. And I'll explain why. Most people that join your free groups, you know, it's free. If it's something like, hey, let's work out every day, you know, for 5 days, let's just challenge each other to do that, or walk every day, like some kind of activity. The truth is, you know, most people without a plan, hold on, they're going to flake out, right? That's just the truth. They're going to flake out on you. So if you have this like long drawn out 2-week process, it's going to be like, oh my gosh, I got to do this another week. These people aren't even showing up, but I promised that I would. So I'm telling you, no longer than 5 to 7 days. In the beginning, everyone's going to be so excited. Your first 3 days are going to be like, woo. And I'm telling you this so that you know what to expect, guys. Don't be like, dang, this is what my free groups are like. I bet you everyone else's are like awesome. It's hit or miss, some, and you're going to know. That's why I'm doing the booty one again, because I felt that it was a good one. So it's hit or miss. Some you may see like, dang, nobody posted. Nobody, you know, posted a picture of their drinking water. And it may feel like, okay, that was a fail. And you'll learn from it. So free groups are great. And they should be part of your every month calendar, a way to build connection. So just think about it. Whatever you're personally working on that month, those are the best. So, you know, you could do like a challenge to pray every day for 5 days. Does anyone want to do that with me? Do you want to, whatever, you guys name it. Think about the things you're personally challenging yourself to do, and then recruit a bunch of people to do it with you, okay? So you're going to look at your free group. Right now, I have my calendar for June out. It is the 4th. I'm going to promote my group starting tomorrow. So I'll really only have Friday, Saturday. I take Sundays off, and then Monday we start. So I could still say, hey, it's not too late. Join me on Monday. So I am going to promote this for 3 days. Well, I'm going to start this challenge Monday, June 8th. So I'm going to put on my calendar, start free challenge. But actually, if we were doing this like legit, you would maybe have already known that you were going to start your month off. It's June 1st, let's say, and you're going to say, okay, this month I'm going to do a water challenge. So on your calendar, you're going to put Wednesday the 3rd, promote water challenge, and you'll write that down. So you know, okay, that's the day I promote. Then you go to the 8th and you're going to say start water challenge. So you're going to put the date that you're going to start to promote it, and then the date that it starts. And this is important, guys, just because you have your month mapped out. Okay, today I promote, start. Okay, now the idea of a free challenge is that hopefully by the end, you thank everyone for joining you, and then you say, now my next challenge starts on, you know, whatever, I'll give it 2 weeks. So I could say on June 22nd, sorry, the family's like chatting away. So I could say, you know, we're going to go from the 8th to the 12th. I'm going to thank everyone on the 12th. You want to put on your calendar, challenge ends, announce, you know, invite to new challenge group. So you're always going to end your challenge and tell them, hey guys, by the way, and you just decide, guys, you could do it a week later. You could do it 5 days later. You could do it I think like if you were to end your challenge and announce your next one on the 12th, I would give people till the 22nd to then sign up. So doors close on the 22nd. So you're going to announce your next challenge to your free groupers on a Friday because they've been with you all week. But I would announce it on my stories and maybe make a flyer on the 15th. So you have that entire week, you know, or you could I say that because I like to announce things like beginning of the week. You never want to have a big announcement on a Saturday, guys. People are busy, not everyone's on, they may miss it. Sunday nights are great to announce your challenge, to post transformation pictures. So you either want to wait till Sunday night or Monday. I personally do Monday since I take Sundays off. But Sundays are great. People are like already thinking of starting the new week. All right. So the 14th, I'm going to announce it, either the 14th or the 15th, and you can just write on both dates, like 14th or 15th, announce, like one of these days I got to do it. So I'm going to announce my challenge. Then you're going to go to the 22nd and say challenge starts. Now, somewhere at the end of the month, the last week, and it would probably be the 24th or the 25th, you need to put in there coach sneak peek. All right, I love to do either Wednesdays or Thursday nights. Coach sneak peek. So somewhere there you have to know that you have to share the opportunity. And this is either going to be with collaborating with me and your upline, being part of a Diesel Nation one, or just taking the time to say, this month I'm going to talk about coaching and, you know, do a short little video and share it. Or I'm going to go on my stories and share my coaching story. But it has to be on your month that this is at least the one time in the month that you're going to talk about the business opportunity and say, hey, come join me to do the business. All right. So for me, that's going to look like the 24th or 25th. That way I have the 26th, the 27th, the 28th, the 29th, and the 30th to follow up with all of these people. All right. So I still have time.
You would have the coach sneak peek on the 1st.
No, I have to have it on this month. So I know that it seems like my challenge started, now the sneak peek, but here's the thing. The challenge just starts on that day. It's not like you probably won't even mention your challenge. Like you stop talking about it in the weekend, your challenge officially starts. You could go on your stories and say, yay, my challenge kicked off today. I'm so excited. We got some new girls in the house. The 22nd, you say that. The 23rd, you could just say, make a post about coaching and then tell them, like, look, honestly, guys, with the coaching, this is what I told you, one day. It's not like people all week long need that, like, ooh, it's coming up on Thursday. Like, no one's marking their calendar per se. They could either make it that night or not. This is personally how I do it. So, like, I'll announce it like 2 to 3 days maximum before. Okay, now this is how I personally do it. If that seems too bunched up for you, like if I wasn't promoting a free group this month, then I would just say, hey, my challenge starts on the 10th. Mm-hmm. I'm going to just say the 10th to give me like all of the weekend, 3 days, or I wouldn't even say this, sorry, not the 10th. The 10th would be too soon. I would say the 17th, maybe start like on a Wednesday, or the 15th, Monday. You see that? So if I wasn't announcing a free group, if you're not going to do a free group this month, any kind of support, start your challenge on the 15th. And then you can take the 21st, the 22nd, and the 23rd to announce your sneak peek. You could then spend that week focusing on business opportunity. Okay. Hopefully you guys are like, have a calendar in front of you, because I'm like the 23rd, the 15th, like you can see it, right? So that this isn't like, wait, what? Mm-hmm. But guys, if every month you were to print out a calendar and sit down and say, okay, how am I going to do this? How am I going to strategize this? It's going to help you to just know the flow of your business. And like I said, the cool thing is you do this once and that's it. You do it like, okay, this is how I'm going to run my business. And then you could switch it up. Like this month, I'm not doing a free group. Like you were busy, you went on vacation, it didn't happen. So, all right, guys, that's our call. The thing is going to run out. I do want to take a picture of us. So everyone look here and smile. if you have questions about planning, if you have questions about the business opportunity, whatever, please message me. Let's come up with a plan for you. I am going to post in the team page a list of ideas for what you could call your challenge this month. Summer Strong. We did a whole list of it, and I'm going to share that to give you ideas so that you can decide to announce your challenge this month already. All right. Thanks so much for joining us, guys. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.